Chicken attack! Chicken attack!
Ooh, pandas. Ugh. Who likes pandas?
Hello. I think you guys can hear me if I talk. I had to like change the gain because I'm really far from my mic. So I need to pull up the stream on my phone because it's so screwed up. The setup is like all over the place. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Chat. We can hear you. Okay, does it sound clear? Can you hear like my crazy fans blowing in the background, or is it pretty okay? Sounds clear? No fans, just my smooth voice. Oh my goodness. What if I'm like here? Is it still smooth? But I can up my gain more. Maybe. Oh, not over the music. Shit, I forgot. Okay, hold on. Oh god. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can you guys see me okay? Can you guys see me and hear me? Can you guys see the pot? Can you guys see me? My hair is a mess. We can see in here? Okay, wait. I think my background is pretty safe. Test, try, look. I put like a towel over the fridge because the fridge has like just baby pictures and shit. People don't gotta see that. But other than that, I think it's okay. You see my phone too? You see my phone? My phone. Oh, when I'm holding my phone like this, you can see my phone. Oh, when you're reading chat. Oh, how do you see my phone? Oh, because it was like this. It was like this. You guys see my phone? Look at this. It's chatception. Chat looking at me looking at. I don't know. You know what I mean. Okay. Let me hang my phone up here. I have this because I'll send you a picture later of what the setup looks like. It's kind of crazy, babe. It is pretty. It is pretty cool. Ah, shit! This didn't work. This did not work. Oh, maybe it will work. I don't chat. I just want to see my chat. Oh, I don't want to hear myself. Step 1, rice and rice cooker. No, we're not doing it like that intense. Like the rice should already be prepared. Fuck it. Let me take this out. This is not gonna work. The rice should already be prepared. Like, can I make this go like? Oh, there you go. Bam. Oh, glorious. Can I make the chat pop out? That's fine. Okay. What happened to my other camera? Is my other camera working? Oh, I can't see the other camera when I'm in this, when I'm on the thing. I never actually seen you make this before. You always kick me out of the kitchen. That's true. Neko, can you maybe push the mic a bit away from me towards the back of the oven? It is in the frame with the pot. I can do it like, that. Is that better, Vortex? I just want to make sure you guys can still hear me. Can you guys still hear me though if I do it like this? Perfect. Okay. I'm not gonna start just yet. I'm gonna do a couple minutes because okay. So all this, it's super easy. This is literally like the setup took me about an hour to get this whole stream set up, and the cooking is gonna literally take me like 10 minutes. Maybe not 10 minutes. 10 minutes of actual quote unquote cooking. But I don't really cook. I mean, I do cook, but you know what I mean. Okay. I can't see my. Am I in the frame? I am in. Why? I wish I could see. Let me. Let me change this. Re-rotate. Ah. Oh yeah, no, it's better like this. Okay. I'll put my chat down here. Chat, don't send. I mean, test. Don't. Not test. Well, Vortex. Don't send me anything spicy, okay? Because it'll appear on my phone. No spicy text. Okay. You're gonna food process. Yes, I'm gonna food process the veggies. Let me put this. Yeah, I'm gonna food process the veggies so it comes out very, very, very like minced, I guess. That's what this is for. So if you want to do that now, you guys can do it because it's kind of a lot of cutting, and I'm not a chef, so I don't really have knife skills. Um, I kind of like using scissors sometimes, actually. Is that a light in the ceiling or a window? That is a skylight. So it's actually a vent that goes up and down, and it brings in sunlight as well. There are 3 of them in the house. One here, one in the hallway, and one in the bathroom. So in the bathroom one is really nice because you just open it up and then the steam just vents directly out of a top window, and it comes up like this. So like bird poop and stuff doesn't get on it, kind of a thing. And if it rains, depending on the angle, it'll come in, but you just have to close it when it rains. Watch out for bugs. No, there's a screen on it, so there's no bugs that can come in either. Almost pureed. I'm not gonna. I don't think you don't really need to puree it. I would just say mince it so that um it'll be the same consistency as the ground beef. You don't want to go like too ham with it. Like you don't want to liquefy it because onions can liquefy pretty quickly. And you do want to drain out some of the water, but it's okay to keep some of the water. Like for example, if you do the onions and there's a shit ton of water, or the carrots and there's a shit ton of water in it, just when we get to the step to add water, just add like 100 ml less because we're going to be adding 1,000 milliliters of water in there. So you can just add a little bit less water and then you're fine. Fun fact, I do some of my veggies smaller. I like yeah, I mean, you can keep them bigger. I'm just going to show you how I do it. Definitely do it to your taste because I'm not a chef. I know Poopums cooks a lot, Vortex cooks a lot, and you guys actually know what you're doing. Tess is literally my guinea pig. I just do whatever. So this camera that you guys are looking at, this guy here, this is the camera that I used, my first stream camera. I used that during most of like Apex time. Like the whole streams in Japan was this little camera here. This little guy. This thing has been with me for so long, and it took me a while to set it up because like thankfully I was having issues, but I figured it out. I was running 2 cameras, Poopums, to my hub, and it was too much power. It was taking too much power. So I had to split them, and then it worked just fine. Let me check my temps real quick. Hold on, guys. Just wanted to check my temperatures just because I'm not in my air-conditioned little studio thing. I'm out in the kitchen where it's really warm. Especially since I'm not running the air and the windows in the back are all closed. I have 2 big fans just like pummeling me right now. Pummeling. Hi, Blackbird. That's sweet. Natural light is perfect and opens up the room. So, yeah, it does. It really helps. It helps. It helps. When on the humid days, and since it rains a lot in Hawaii, depending on, like I said, the direction of the rain, you can still leave the vent open and you get like good circulation. So that's really nice. No, I'm saying be careful, otherwise you're gonna. Yes, Gamma, that's right. Be careful, or you will have superset. That is very true. And this one is extremely strong, so I need to be really careful of this one. Like the one I have in Norway at home is like a push-pull string kind of a thing, and this one is hardcore. So I need to be very careful of this. I play Droney. Are you missing a knob on your range? I have no idea. This is my parents. I have no idea. Oh, right here, yeah. This is pulled off because it's never used, and this way it cannot be accidentally turned on. Nor is this one. This one is also off. The two back ranges usually have like my mom has to have lung treatments, and so she has to do a lot of sterilization of her medical equipment, and she will sterilize them in the front, and then she'll put them in the back to like sit. And so this way, there's no accidental way to like turn them on and burn things down. So, well, your food processor is quite like the one I have. Is actually I don't know if this one. I think it's just my mic. I think my mic just might be noise cancellation Gambit because this, and I think that's Gambit. Yeah, sorry Gambit. The color is really hard to read. Let me actually bump this up. Oh no, it's fine. Hi Nadir. Hi Umbro. Cooking stream. This is my forte. Now I can judge you on every move you make. You guys are feel free to judge me. I don't know how to cook, but I just cook so that Tess and I can eat. Tess cooks a lot and she works full time. Like she's like the breadwinner. So if it's only her cooking, that's not really fair. Let me check something.
Please.
Okay, perfect.
Do not
So my setup. I'll show you guys my setup real quick. Here, check this out. So, oh, you guys can kind of see it. Well, maybe you guys can't see it here. So that is what my my webcam is on. You see it? That's Tessa's old phone. So that is on a dongle that I use for IRL streams, which we're gonna do IRL streams probably in a week or two. And so that's keeping it stabilized there. And then I have to have like the power supply hooked up to it because it was dying. So anyway, that's what the setup currently is. Is this good? I think this is good. And then I can. You guys don't gotta see everything. Ah, maybe you guys can. And then I'm on a tripod on this camera here. This camera is on a tripod. Hi Petra. Just put your crosshairs in the back. Shoot. Remember, most guys can't cook. I think that's true. My cooking is so good. I don't know. This color, better on. Yes. Oh my God, Gambit, brother. Thank you so. It's actually true. I probably should put my glasses on. I cannot see much at all. I just find it funny because I made an apprenticeship as a cook. So everyone that knows me thinks I'm judging the cooking. I don't. So okay, one of my friends, and he's not like a judge. And Poopums knows this person very well. He's already gonna type it in chat. He already knows what I'm talking about. He's a streamer. He is very critical of other cooking, but not like putting people down. It's just that when we went out at a restaurant in Japan, and yes, that is yes, we will. And he was like, "I'm not gonna order that." I'm like, "Why? It's really good." He goes, "I can make that chip by myself. Why am I gonna go buy it someplace else?" I'm like, all right, that's fair. That's a fair argument, you know. Like if you can make it at home, but I still buy spam musubis, and you know it's whatever. Gordon Ramsay, no, it's Bakusan JRPG. All right, we're gonna start. Because the meat is just chilling. So first thing, we're gonna get the vegetables kind of just small. I don't know the technical terms. If you guys want to fill in the blanks and give advice on what to do, that's great. I'm just gonna show you how I do it, and it turns out decently. So I'm gonna get the onions and the vegetables. I should have taken these out earlier. Okay. Oh yeah. I was gonna do all this before the stream started, but I tell you what happened. Can you guys still hear me when I'm talking over on this side, by the way, or no? If I'm talking on this side, can you still hear me? Okay. So, um, so basically, I was going to hold on. I need to get a special cutting board. Don't ask. It's my mom's kitchen. I do her rules. She doesn't want onions on certain cutting boards. It's a very particular thing. If you have a partner who cooks or something. But this thing, my mom doesn't even cook anymore. So, but we do her rules. And I'm not using a big knife because I'm scared of big knives, and I know it's safer. I don't want to hear it. I'm using a little paring knife. I really didn't want to do this part on stream, but here we are. I'm going to be on the side if you guys can't hear me. I'm sorry. So usually when I'm in Norway, hun, I will do when I'm in Norway, I will typically do um three, I think, two or three red onions. I think I do two or three red onions. But here I'm using a yellow onion. Yeah, it's a chef's knife, not my giant. Yeah. Um, but you can pretty much use whatever you guys want onion wise. This was just the cheapest onion that they had, and I was like, I'm fine with it, you know. But usually, Tess, I only do like a couple of onions, like two. I think I do two small ones. So I'm probably just gonna do this one big one, and maybe a smaller one as well. I'm not really sure. And I'm just gonna. I've never used this one before, so hopefully this is small enough. You think it's small enough? It should be small enough, yeah. Just in case. So the way that I like to make it is like a paste. I like the curry to come out just like it can be spread kind of on bread, so to speak, you know? If it can spread on bread, then I'm doing it right. Basically. If I can spread it on bread, I'm doing it right. You usually do one half. The sweet onions on the curry. Oh, sweet onions on the curry. So this is I think I'm gonna do I think I'll do more carrot this time. I think this might be enough onion. I mean, I like a lot of onion, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this works. Um, my mom mixed up spices in my protein shake blend. Oh shit, that would suck, dude. Yeah, don't use a regular cutting board for onions because everything else is gonna take. Yeah, exactly. That's what my mom says. Wow. Oh. Okay. Gotta read the chat. I say let's just don't use plastic cutting boards. Don't use glass cutting boards over cutting boards. Yeah, I was reading that. I thought before it was like don't use wood because it's gonna mold, and now they're saying don't use plastic. I'm like, what do you use then? Like, what's left? Just stone? Stone, like those guys who do those like cooking streams out in the middle of the forest, and they have like a giant slab stone. Is that what we use? And then when you get like stone chips, you dull your knife. I don't know. I don't. Spread on bread. Yeah, you want to spread on bread basically. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good, okay consistency, I think. If you guys can see it, even I don't know. It probably could go a little bit less, but it's okay. This is actually pretty good. Granted, I don't cook in this kitchen, so I don't know where everything is. So pardon my clumsiness and awkwardness in here. Woo! See, I'm gonna clean this anyway. I don't really know where. And I say that as if like if I was in my kitchen in Norway, that I'll just be like, "Oh, I'm such a whiz. I know where everything is." I probably know a little bit more though, but not much more. Just a little bit. Um, use 2 cutting boards, one for veggies, one for meat. That's what a lot of households do here in Hawaii as well. I mean, I'm sure all over, but I can only speak for Hawaii, you know. I don't really want this piece. So I recommended this curry to my brother because both of his sons like curry, but both of his sons don't like eating vegetables. So this is a way to get onion and at least carrot and whatever else you want to kind of mince up into the curry. Kind of mask. Mask? Some of these are chonkers. That's good. And of course, it's okay for it not to be perfect because we are not perfect. You get a chunky onion in your curry, you know what you do? You eat it. Or you spit it out. Those are your options, you know? That's what you do. It's simple. Also, I'm okay with making a little bit more today. The hell? The hell? Because I'm gonna give some to my brother's family, and then and if my parents want to eat it, I don't know. They're very picky. In their older age, they've gotten much more picky about food. And whichever of those onions, having my hands on you. How dare you? Yeah. Or having my hand up inside you like this. You're bad, bro. Okay. I know it looks like a lot of onion, but trust, it'll be fun. I know a lot of people are like, like what's it called? Skin the carrots or whatever. I'm not skinning carrots because you can't even tell when this is all done. So this is how you gonna get them. I should give him a good watch. Jesus, they're everywhere. I do like 2 to 4 carrots, give or take. I hate chunky onions, but if they're cooked well, you won't really. Yeah. So what you're gonna do happens is everything is gonna be cooked and made quite soft. Um, this needs to go a little bit more. Ah, shit. Eh, may have fucked that up. There we go. Much better. Because it's gonna be sitting in. We're gonna boil it up in water, or not boil it, but it's gonna get much more. It's gonna get soft in water. You guys can see the motion I'm doing on these carrots to wash them. Oh my god. Let me tell you. I know, but if you guys could, holy moly. It would be some T-O freaking S stuff. Have you ever seen? We can dream. Yeah, you can. All right, we'll do one more. One more? Yeah. All right. Hi, Cece. There's still some chocolate in here, man. It's chocolate. All right. This guy not cooperating. Okay. And again, this is actually okay for it to be really, really minced up like this. It's completely fine. Okay. This is the prep part that I was gonna do, but again, setting up today took me well over time. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm putting the veg away. Okay. Okay. I need like I need a thing. I don't know where they put their things. I guess we can just use this guy. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay. We got this guy. And this is the curry we're gonna use, but we're not doing this part yet. But this is what we're gonna where's it? There's it. Jeez. Okay. Um this is all natural, some kind of beef. Some kind of beef. Going ham with two knives. No, no. Ah, hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah. Hold on. I think it's my parents are on a trip, so I think they might need me to check something. Hold on. Hold on, yeah. No, we're good. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're fine. I'm just getting hit up from a friend. Oh, okay, then we put the beef in. How do you open this thing? Why are you making me look bad on stream, man? Womp. Womp. We probably want to put some heat on. I forgot about that. Oi! I'm just gonna break it up a bit. I'm gonna let it we're gonna let it go for a bit. I'll add some oil in a second. I should have put it on first, but I'm nervous. I never thought that I'd be on Twitch smashing my meat in front of you. Yeah, that was on purpose. Hold on. Let me get the oil. Ugh. Okay. Balls? Gifted a sub? No. What? Gifted a tier 1 sub to bro. Thanks, man. You're crazy. So we're going to run this for a little bit, and then we're going to season it in a short bit. And I know it's like, what the hell? There's so much vegetables. This is going to taste like shitables. Tess does not like vegetables. Oh, okay. I take that back. She likes vegetables. It's just not a part of something that she will make on her own. Vegetables. And so, I have been trying to incorporate it more into our diet. So this is the seasoning that I'm going to be using because I am going to be moving to Norway. I have to get used to the proper way to season things, and that's salt and pepper. And the best seasoning ever made. Salt, pepper, and this. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, I'm going really slow, so I'm okay. So we're going to be putting in a couple things. We're going to season it eventually. We're going to put in some garlic. I'm too lazy to do fresh garlic. We're putting in some garlic. And we're going to be putting in salt, pepper, and MSG. MSG. And then a lot of water because we want these vegetables to get soft. So we're just bringing this up a bit. There's a chunker here. Get out of here, chunker. And it's okay if there are chunky pieces. I just don't want them in there, you know? If you guys need to know, the sink is right over there in the corner. That's where I'm eating my vegetable pieces. I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit. Be another chonker. I put too much in there when I did it. Be another chonker. The reason I'm doing it is not for me, it's for the boys' sake, my brother's kids. If they chomp on a giant vegetable, they will not be happy. Okay. So I'm gonna lower the heat a bit more and I'm gonna season. You don't need to put too much seasoning because they're gonna be dumping in a shit ton of curry. Oh my god, the pepper just flew all over the place because of my fan. Because we're gonna be putting in a lot of curry stuff. I just like to do a little bit just for the meat. I don't even know if it's gonna matter, but I just do. This is what I do, so this is what we do. Yeah, gastromat is MSG. As you can see already, the vegetables are just kind of really condensing down or shrinking down here. Oh! And we don't need to like make sure it's like cooked because we're gonna put water into this, a lot of water into this, and we're gonna bring it up to like a pretty good temperature, and we're gonna let it sit for a pretty long time. And that's when I'll be catching up with you guys a bit more on chat. Ow. Okay, so we're gonna get some garlic in there. Smells pretty good. This is Japanese garlic. How they do it in Japan. You get it in tubes. In tubes. All right. Bring the heat up a tiny bit to medium. And now we're just adding water. About 1,000 milliliters. But I'm probably gonna do. I'm gonna kind of play it by ear. Most of this whole thing is like playing it by ear. So we'll let that sit a bit. Gotta get that garlic. Because this was kind of, there was a lot of water in it when I added it. So we'll let it kind of go a bit. It's about 700-ish. And then you just let it kind of sit for a while and let it kind of just like cook in this action. Typically, you're supposed to, hold on. I gotta put this in the fridge. Hold on. And you can cover it at this point. Boil them up. Yeah, we're gonna bring it to like a decent, not like a boil, but like a decent amount of heat because we're gonna have some of this water kind of dissipate. The main part right now is to get the you want the vegetables to get soft, and then the meat will cook obviously. But we're gonna be typically for the amount of meat that we use, which is about 16 ounces or 500-ish grams. You're gonna use like all of the cubes in here. So you're gonna get 2 trays, and you're gonna usually use 8 of God. I can't show it. Where is it? Eight of the cubes. 8 of the cubes, which you're gonna usually use 8 of the cubes. But I like to use more because I like it thicker and whatnot. So I'm gonna add 3 of this. This is a pack of 6, I think. I think this is a pack of 6. Yeah, this is a pack of 6. So I'm gonna use 3 of these. But that's pretty much like the hard part. After this, you're just kind of like watching it, watching it kind of bubble and ooze and whatnot and get cooked. And then we're just adding in the curry blocks eventually. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, oh no. We've fallen. The mighty have fallen. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Huh? That's my my dongle beeping, but it's charged into a power. So I don't understand why that's a thing. I don't know. I think it's just being stupid. Okay. Am I not in the frame? There. Okay. I don't know why it was beeping for. There's no reason for it to beep. I told my mom when she's cooking new food, she needs to start writing whatever she did because her friend's asking for recipe. Yep. Yeah, I didn't fall into the food. Thankfully. I have pants. I don't know. I don't know if you could see the pant. Could you see me? Could you see my bottoms when I jumped there? I don't know. But we're just gonna mix it up. I don't like to cover it too much because I want a lot of it to the condensation to come out and not stay in. But I want to bring up the temperature a little bit too. Let's go a little bit higher. It was still off camera for you. Bro. Man, yesterday I was playing Overwatch. Holy shit. It was the worst day of Overwatch. And then I was like, all right. And then I made a bad decision. You know, since Overwatch is really bad, you know what I think I'm going to play? I'm going to play some League. Out of the frying pan. Nah, I mean, the games were okay on League, but it was still League. You know, it was still League. You know, should have stayed with over. I mean, Overwatch is really, really rough. I was playing so poorly. I mean, it doesn't look very good, does it? It looks pretty nasty. But I don't know. It's a very easy recipe. Like I said, I've given this recipe to about 3 to 5 people, and Tess already knows this. So this isn't gonna me like setting her off or anything. But this was taught to me by my ex-wife actually, because this was something that I really wanted to learn how to make, and this is the one favor I asked of her when we were getting divorced and when we were finally on amicable terms. I was like, "Hey, can you teach me how to make this?" And she said, "Okay." And so it's not exactly the way that she did it. So I kind of made it more my own. But I'm not gonna lie and say that, oh, this is something that I fucking created. No, it is not. It is not something that I would like did on my own. Top 5 moments for disaster. I'm gonna play some League. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it looks all right. You can tell it's not done yet, and there's a lot of light on it. It's hard to tell the color, but I mean, the color is really just gonna be the carrot and the water. It's the carrot water. That's literally it. Um, I can go like one light lower, or is that higher? It's the same. It's one bulb. Yeah. It's interesting to see different people's take on Japanese curry. Yeah, I mean, considering she's Japanese, and all the curries that I've had were not done this way. It makes me feel that it might have been maybe a Kagoshima, like a southern Japanese curry style, because all the curry that I've had were not this way. They were very more soupy, with chunks, especially like the white stew. White stew is fantastic. Japanese white stew is so heckin' good. And I'm gonna bring a lot of these things back, Test, when I come back. There's some mapo tofu mixes and other stuff, but like white stew is just like a creamy, not quite a chowder. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really, really good. You like more to be more like, see, I like more mine to be more um like this, like thick and just, you know, in your face. In your face. In your face. We probably can do this for another like 5 or so minutes, give or take. We don't really need to do it for too long. The most important thing about this step is, number one, we want to make sure the meat is cooked, and we want to make sure the vegetables are soft. It's still going to cook like this for another 15 minutes, give or take, with the curry blocks in it. But it's good to make sure, I like to make sure, at least at this point, that number one, we get some of the water off, because we will be adding water eventually to taste if we want to later. And I'm kind of making sure that any of the chunks are kind of dissolved. I feel like this is a little bit leaner meat than I usually use too, but just fine. Is the top left burner on? No. This one? No, it can't go on. It can't go on because the knob is not here. I may fool by the light on the oven. See, that's the thing. It's one light for both burners. That's why my parents... This is an old stove. This stove is probably about 30 years old. Maybe... At least 20... At least 20. Static! Bye, buddy. If I don't make it, Necklace, but in isolation and VR. Thanks, buddy. Oh! God damn it. Static, be fucking safe and come back. That's it. Not because I don't want to play the game. There's a huge chonkosaurus of something in here. Is it meat? Yeah, it was meat. It's only one light, hun. So that's why they removed the knobs for the back burners. So the back burners can't even turn on. Yeah, we'll let it go for like 2 more minutes. And then we can start putting in the cubes. And that'll really soak up a lot of the water and thicken it up. And then we can see what it looks like. The light on our ranges are usually just one light for at least one surface is hot, and another light for at least one surface is on. Yeah, this one is just one light, one light. So that's it. Yeah. Cover for my curry as well, kind of thick, a little bit like stew, but enough to liquid to coat the rice or whatever. See, this one is not going to be very liquidy at all. This one is literally going to be like, I don't know, maybe Tess can explain it the way that she feels it is, but I feel it's like paste. Like, it's like if you were to get like, not like peanut butter thick, but you know, like with peanut butter or like that kind of thing, you put it on something, it just sticks to it. Like, it'll stick to it. Like, you could put it on bread, and you're not going to have any leakiness through the bread. I think that's the best way of thinking about how this is going to come out. So, like corned beef, yeah, kind of in a way. But there's not going to be... I mean, it's going to be oily, obviously, because I'm using beef and stuff, but it's not going to be watery. Goop scoop? Maybe. You know what? I gotta be careful. Okay, I was like, can I adjust my balls while I have this camera on me? I can. I just did. You guys didn't. You guys didn't even know. All right, we'll go 1 more minute, and then I think we can start adding some of the curry. Like I said, the main thing is that the veggies are soft, and you guys aren't going to eat it anyway. So if they're not soft, it's okay with me. And there are some big chunk of onions, but I'm for it. Okay. The roux cubes thicken the liquid. Yeah, it'll thicken up the liquid a lot. Yep, very much so. But that's why you want to kind of wait a bit, because you want the water to be present to soften up the vegetables. It'll be harder to soften up the vegetables if it's not in the water. So you want it to be in the water for a significant amount of time. Like, you could put it in immediately, but the vegetables will probably come out a little bit more crunchy. At least that's how it's happened for me before. I put it in immediately, and the vegetables didn't get soggy enough, because I like it's kind of meant to like mask the vegetables, and you don't really know what's there, you know. Tess, don't forget to check back on the channel. Anybody here good with laptops and specs and stuff? I'll ask him. Why? What happened, Tess? I mean, Gopher and Noob for sure. Definitely Noob. Noob is more PC though, but he has tons of laptop knowledge. I would trust those guys. I heard them on sticking. Okay. Yeah, you gotta check the channel. Unlike Static. Static just like puts his questions in the channel and he just never looks back. So we break them up. Break up the cubes and you just drop them in. Smells absolutely amazing. Fucking love. Love. Love this smell. So good. The curry paste is in. Indubitably. All right. I upped the temps a little bit. Get these boys in there. Get them buried in there. Let them get a little soft. And we're good. I did a drive and everything back to see the ground. Yeah, you did. Everyone's like messing you. What about this, Static? What about this? And you're just like, oh shit. Was I supposed to check that? And it's like, yeah, you were. At least Jamie writes there and then he gives us an update. Unlike freaking Static. All right. They're still not quite breaking down. It takes not a lot of time, but it takes some time. Give it a little bit of encouragement, you know? Oh, but the curry cube smells so freaking good. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited to eat curry. What is it for, Tess? Are you gonna get a laptop for yourself? I know you were talking about it. Yes, the cube's thicking it up quite a bit. And you will see the color start to change. And as you're cooking it too, you're gonna smell the aroma drastically change because we've just put in a heap of spices. And you can feel it already as I'm stirring it, thickening up. Like it still has, and it's still gonna be on the stove for another 15 to 20 minutes or so. And so it'll continue to thicken. And in my opinion, this curry tastes better the second day. The first day is still good, but I've always told Tess too is like the second day is the leftovers is best. Now you can also add sugar or anything to sweeten it up. I tend to get, because I use extra curry paste, I always try to make sure one of the curries that I use is the sweet variety. The Vermont curry is the sweet variety. This one is curry with a touch of apple and honey. So as you can see, the color is already changing. It's getting very, very dark brown, and we're getting a little bit of a stickier, thicker texture to it. And the smell is very, very good, pungent. But as you can see, it's starting to look more and more like a curry as well. But this is kind of like how it's going to be, a very thicker kind of a stew. It might be a little more watery than I'm used to, but it'll still be good. The second day is always a little bit thicker as well. All right. Let this sit for a bit, and we'll get in the next bit. We're going to be putting in 3 cubes of this. Like I said, I like it very, 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 very strong, the curry flavor. Would this be enough for most people? I think so. But I told Tess, hey, I like it like this. Just trust me. And she does. And so, yeah. But It's definitely to your own flavor, like your own taste. This one is also this one is medium hot, so it's actually going to add a little bit of a spice to it. So my mom will only be able to have a tiny bit of it, unfortunately, but it's mainly for me because I can freeze this and have this as like my meal. I don't even need to have rice with this. I can just eat the curry straight away. Since I'm doing my kind of health routine, and it's also for my sister-in-law. She has given me so many recipes and has treated, well, my brother, of course, but you know, so if they like it, then I can actually pass on something to them for a change, for a heckin' change. Do you taste as you go? I did. I usually taste as I go the first time I'm making something, but after I know what I like, I'm kind of wing it and then I adjust at the end. Um, so I've used this, I've used the Vermont curry, but not this not the other curry. But I know they're all very similar in ingredients and dosage. Not dosage, I couldn't think of a better word. Um like the potency of each cube per how much meat and vegetables per cube. The proportions are the same. So I'm kind of just winging it. Strong curry all the way, that's how I feel. Everybody with sugar, especially if you're already using a tomato paste based off of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be adding on the end of this some Worcestershire. Um, I don't really know exactly why I do. Like I don't know the reason, but I know that when I add it, it tastes better. That's all I know. So I add it. I don't I don't know the rationale, the reason, but just add it. You can see how thick it's getting right now. Can you see the thickness? Can you see the thickness now? Oh, it's not watery in the slightest bit. So maple syrup works well. Yeah, or honey could work too, I believe. I find it easy to make adjustments before the curry gets too thick. I usually taste around when the cubes dissolve. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people who know better will do it that way. I kind of just wing it. Worcestershire sauce adds mostly sour, some complexity. But what is the sour like? Why would you want to add the sour? Like I find it balances out a lot of the saltiness in this. The curry, just the spice and the salt, and it adds a nice roundness to it. But I don't really know if that's true or if I'm just imagining it. Because I remember the first time I made it, and I was like, it's missing something. I'm like, I'm gonna try this, and I threw the Worcestershire sauce in it, and I was like, oh my god, it tastes so much better. And I don't really know why, but I know I'm gonna add it. But I don't know like I don't know like what are what what are the conditions that you should be like in these Worcestershire sauce? What are the conditions for that? I don't know. I usually add sumac, ketchup, or okonomiyaki sauce. Yeah, but like, what are the conditions for it? Is the question. Like, what is like the like? Okay, and this really comes. Oh, it smells very good now. All right, let's give it a taste. It's gonna sit for a bit, but let's give it a taste. Mm-hmm. Yep. It can go for a little bit more. The flavors have to all come together. I could still taste a little bit of carrot, but yep. So we just let this sit now on low heat for however long, probably another 15 minutes, give or take, and that's it. Oh, well, the Worcestershire sauce. Let's put the Worcestershire. You don't need to put too much in it. I just put that much. I put that much. How much was that? That much. That's the amount. That. Measured? Yes. How? Yes. And that's it. I like Worcestershire sauce with bacon and pasta. Use it because it's about to expire. um, oh, I feel like you can probably add any other umami sort. Yeah, that's. I think so, Nadir. I think so, but I'm not really sure. Sour goes well with salt. It goes well with spice, so it's good to brighten up a dish like curry. Okay. Now bring it to a low simmer and let it be for an hour. Just stir it once in a while. Pretty much work that. Pretty much. I mean, I usually don't let it sit for an hour because usually I cook this and I test and I immediately eat it. I let it sit for like 10 minutes at most, and then we just kind of cook. You see it like spattering? Like that's like it's so like thick. But yeah, this is the consistency that I like. Where it's almost like a really thick like marinara or bolognese. I don't know which is the one with meat. Bolognese is the one with meat, yeah. I think bolognese is the one with meat. BRB, that's it. Measure, yeah, how? Eyesight and feeling. Thank you very much. And color's been a little more dark now. Yeah, the dark orange. Yeah, well, that's actually the camera. It's actually a brown. It's actually a very, very dark, dark brown. It's just the lighting. Let me. Oh, it's no lighting at all. Let me try a different light. Let me turn this off now, maybe. There. Maybe this light's better overall. So that's more of a dark brown. It's that's still too light though. That's still too light. Let me take a picture for you, bro, and I'll post it in the Discord here. Here. Where is bro? Oh, I'll just put in the I'll put in the offline chat here. Okay, it's in the offline chat, bro. That's more the brown that, and even with my camera, it's a little bit darker than that, but pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Oh, I gotta chat back up. There you go. When I get recipes from my mom, um, half the time there are notes that are scribbled out on mountain road. Add enough. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can almost make a sloppy Joe out of it. Yeah, but this is kind of it. This is kind of the whole thing, and it makes a lot because um you don't need a lot with your rice. Like like okay, I feel, and this is just me. Okay, I feel that. Let me turn off the light. I personally feel that a 1-to-1 ratio, or even like a 1 to like 125% ratio of meat or protein or whatever you're putting on your rice to rice is a good ratio. So like you want just a little bit more rice than what's on top of it. You know what I mean? So it's pretty balanced bite. You don't need much of this to go with your rice. Like a small bit and a lot of rice, it goes a long way because there's a lot of flavor in it, in my opinion. Because we added so much to it, and Tess can kind of, you know, every time I say Tess can attest, it just sounds so stupid. But yeah, Tess can attest to it. So right now, what I want to do is stir it a bit more, just because the last cubes that we added, we want to make sure they didn't get like stranded anywhere. Like you don't want to get like a random kind of bite of undissolved curry block. It's gonna be pain. So kind of give it a push down here. Oh man, Reeps is late. It's okay, Reeps. Life is life. There's always a VOD. And it's just curry. And it's such an easy recipe. I could tell you how to do it over the phone and you would be in the same place as you are now. You see the picture? Oh yeah, it's dark brown, not a bit. Yeah, It's not a bad brown. It's a very to be honest, it's the brown that you see on the box. It's that. It's literally that brown. But it's like chili con carne. The longer it simmers, the better it gets. The flavors work again. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave this on the stove probably until lunchtime, which it's only 8:40 a.m. for me. But that's it. That's kind of it, guys. Like I have nothing more in the cooking stream. Like that's fucking everything. Like there's nothing. I don't know what else to tell you. That's done. Like from this point, you just plate and serve, or pack it up in little packages. Like put it in the put it in the fridge or the freezer. And like I would put it in the freezer a lot for Tess, and she'd let it thaw out the day before, and then heat it up the next day, and it's good leftovers too. So I don't got anything else. That's all I got. That's it. That's the whole stream. I think I agree with you. It's very intense for eating with a lot of rice. Yeah. So like a little bit. So like I wouldn't go overboard. Like completely cover your plate with it. It's a lot. But if you already tempered this to your taste and maybe only did um one package, you didn't add like the extra three like I did, then you probably could afford to go a little bit more curry with your rice. But that's it. You can also add to this mushrooms, like just any kind of mushrooms, and I would add it at this stage and just let it simmer with the mushrooms. I wouldn't add it too much before, so the mushrooms are a little firm, um, and they can just sit in the curry. I've done them in the early stage before, and it was a little too soggy. And that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Thanks for teaching us. I mean, you're very welcome. I don't know if I was teaching much as just showing, because it's very easy. Like there's nothing really to this recipe. How spicy? It's not spicy at all. Um, it's probably more sweet and savory than spicy. Let me see. Mm-hmm. 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 I love it. Yeah, it's not poopums, which is good because I didn't want it to be too spicy for my mom's sake. But it does need to sit for a bit and rest out, or not rest, but it needs to. The flavors really need to come together a little bit more. So I would say let it sit for at least an hour, low heat, and just let it sit. Yeah, the international store Vortex is where we get it, and literally I looked for them because I was gonna cook this for Tessa's dad, and every international store was sold out. And then 3 days before I come back to Hawaii, the closest international, one of the closer international stores had it with good expiration dates too, like 2025 expiration dates. It was amazing. So I can definitely make it again in Norway now. Yeah, I think a little spice is good. The reason I don't do the spice is because of my gastritis, and my mom has something similar. And the boys don't like spice. But if I had a healthier gut, I would definitely maybe do it in this similar way, and maybe just add some chilies or something. But I probably would have just gotten like the medium hot or hot curry instead. Sweet, then I can check it out for sure. Yeah, and Vortex in Oslo, they have a really good international supermarket, and they have them there. So I could have ordered it from that one and have them sent it over to me. That was like my next option if we couldn't find it at the local store. And you know for a fact, if our town international store can get it, it's available freaking everywhere. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm gonna break down the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Um, it was fun, but a pain. Like setting this up was kind of a pain, but I think it looked decently with like the camera setup and everything. Eventually, when Tess and I move into a new apartment, I want to be able to um, do more cooking streams. We will be doing. We're gonna be doing an IRL stream. Hey, Jacob. We're gonna be doing an IRL stream, I think next week. I already talked to my brother about taking his pocket Wi-Fi. So we're gonna do a hike and a sunrise, and another walk and a sunrise. So it'll probably be Europe time around 4 p.m. Central Europe time, and for Hawaii time, it'll probably be around 5 a.m. So that we can catch. I think it's called nautical sunrise, something like that. It's when the first light breaks. Not sunrise. Sunrise is like an hour after the nautical sunrise or some shit like that. Okay, now here. Okay, Tessa's back. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. I will take some pictures of it later today when I actually eat it. But for now, I'm just gonna let it sit. That's all I got. There we go. So that's when like the sun actually breaks, and we can see like the rays coming up. And the places that I want to go, the first place we'll definitely need to be there for nautical sunrise because the view there is spectacular. I don't know if I'll have internet there though. If I don't, I'll take a video of it and show you guys the walk. The second place we've done before IRL stream, so I can definitely do that. And then we still have the lunch date. Thank you guys again for the anniversary donations. We still have the lunch date. And the last thing is, I believe on Wednesday, not this time, but when this, like 5 p.m. ish Central European, 6 p.m. ish, we're gonna do the horror movie. Thank you to Nadia, who got access for me for a lot of movies, and we'll be doing a horror movie kind of stream on Halloween. Maybe Thursday we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it on Halloween. Maybe we'll do it on Halloween. So you guys want to hang out, you can do so. I'm gonna watch it. We're just gonna be typing in chat. It's not gonna be like my face or shit. We're just gonna hang out and chill. So if you guys want to come through for that. I will post that information in the Discord. 5 a.m. Hawaii, 4 p.m. CU, 11 a.m. East Coast. That is correct, Vortex. That is correct. And I think that's it. I think I announced yesterday that Tess and I did get my flight back, and so I will be posting ways if you want to support in the stream moving forward, because I would appreciate it. That's pretty much it. I would just appreciate it. But we're really excited because that means when I fly back, we're getting married. Probably like a month or so after I fly back. So it's kind of like my maiden voyage. Not really. Is that right? No, maiden voyage is my first voyage. It's good. It's good. We're gonna go, and then I'm gonna get married, and then we'll work out all the logistics with the visa, and then I'll be able to stay. I'll be able to stay, which is the only outcome that matters. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. I don't think I'll be back for a stream at this time, but probably one for me tonight or tomorrow morning for you folks in Europe. Yeah, we're gonna be husband and wife. All right, much love, guys. See you later. Bye.